It's a pretty off night. Rolly did what he does. Throws a lot of good power shots. Caught me in the second round. But just even in the start of the fight, it just didn't feel like my feet were under me, like I had anything. But I tried to fight through it, and just found myself very off after the year layoff. That whole year, it was a lot for me mentally, as you guys know. So the fact that I got here is, and I'm in the position I am, my mind is as clear as it is a victory for me, I would say. But I'm extremely disappointed in the way I fought, and it definitely isn't my best in any way. But thank you guys, and I want to thank my fans and everybody that stuck by me, even though we took an out today, and the people that came to watch me. A lot of love is out there for me, and I think people know my heart and know that I'll be back and better than ever. Yeah.
Just sort of take on the whole scene. I'm wondering if maybe, had that been a full arena, maybe fans chanting, would it have done something different? It kind of seemed a little quiet for what we were expecting.
Yeah, I didn't really, wasn't a fan of that at all. It felt like a sparring match, and it felt like you could hear everybody, and it just didn't feel authentic to me. But, no excuses. It is what it is.
Saquon Jones from Boxing Boys. You threw probably like less than 30 right hands the whole fight. Can you walk us through what the game plan was? Why did you not throw as many right hands the whole fight?
I mean, that's just part of just me not, being as sharp as I could be. I just didn't really throw anything, to be honest. I mean, I was just throwing jabs and moving around. I just didn't feel there, didn't feel there at all. And, it wasn't part of our game plan at all. Derek had a great game plan. There was a lot of opportunities there, especially when Rolly was going back. I just didn't let my hands go in any way, shape, or form. As simple as that.
Garcia with Fight Hype. Brian, I just wanted to ask you, we just saw recently Tank and Lamont have a tough fight, and they had history. Obviously, you and Rolly have had some history as we talk about the sparring, but do you think that any of that history played into tonight's outcome?
No, I just think that Rolly's is much better than people give him credit for, and he has very strong hands, just solid in general, so you can't just, walk in there and he's just gonna get anything on him. He does hit hard, but I don't think the sparring played anything. I was just more of how this night played out. It just wasn't my night.
Do you think you underestimated him at all?
No, I always knew that he was going to be what he is. I feel like I fought the most dangerous fighter on the card. Anybody with that type of power is obviously somebody you got to watch out for. But I've always thought Rolly was going to be Tank. Just think I just didn't do anything I should have done to that.
Radio Rahim down front. Do you feel now in this moment that a rematch with Rolly is more important than a rematch with Devin, or vice versa?
Oh man, that's a good question. Whatever the fans want. If they want me to, run it back with Rolly, let's do it. If they want me to go straight for Devin, let's do it. Styles make fights. I'm willing for any of them again.
You're commended for the way you conducted yourself in the build-up to this fight, so the outcome's a bit ironic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like you need to change? Is it in the ring, outside the ring, to build up to whatever the next fight is?
Right. I think it's just both, combination of both. Throughout the camp, just couldn't get anything going. I felt for myself in training camp. Like I didn't feel like I had more conditioning or more energy or more sharp. I just feel like I couldn't. Nothing was like progressing in any way, and I just felt weird and off. And I would mention it to Derek, and we were just trying to figure it out, But we only had 5 weeks together, it's just one of those things where I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know why I can't get no, I guess progressive, sharpness coming into camp. Like, I don't know why it's not picking up, but we still were confident. I mean, we're still training. It just, nothing clicked. It just, nothing was clicking.
Well, last one for me. You've been knocked down and gotten up before. Is this the hardest you've been hit at 147?
No. I feel like the most I ever been dazed was with Luke Campbell. I was actually dizzy with Luke Campbell getting up, but with Rollies I wasn't dizzy. I was just like, oh, there it goes again. All the canvas again. But it doesn't really I don't really get too out of it. Like, I'm just right there. Like, it's always a flash knockdown for some reason. I get right back up, but he had potential to hit the hardest though. He definitely had some power on him.
Ryan, do you feel like maybe ring rust and obviously the whole situation you're going through with Devin caused a little bit coming to the ring, worrying about that in the back of your mind?
It was just so weird because usually once you step in the ring, everything fades away. This time I went into the ring and I could hear everybody, Shakur, Richardson, everybody just screaming stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know why I didn't zone it out. It was weird. It just felt like a weird fever dream just happened. It was just so awkward. I don't know why. Usually fights don't feel that way. It just feels like you're in it and you're fighting. You don't hear nobody, nothing. So yeah, that was a little different for sure.
Ryan, do you?
Just curious as to how you felt at the weight, and regardless of who you fight next, do you think you'll stay at welterweight?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would stay at welterweight. I felt like I don't really feel too much different because I walk around 160, so it's not really too much of a difference for me. But today I didn't feel good at all, obviously. But as far as did I feel any different? I mean, just weight-wise, maybe a little slower. I don't know, maybe a little slower.
And if it's not a rematch with Devin or he's also coming off a loss with a good performance,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are both very confident.
Like I said, whatever the fans want, man. I've always been open to fight anybody, so however the fans want it.
In response,
Yeah.
I have a question, my brother. Now, the walk entrance, you came up in the car. Now, the question is, where was warm up before the fight? Getting into, it was at the hotel you guys warming up?
Yeah, it was at the hotel.
I mean, how long did it take from the hotel to get into the arena? The spot where the fight was at?
It was kind of it really didn't make sense because one of my big concerns was going to ice him down.
Exactly.
Going to cool him out. I talked to him about it. Too much time in between us working out. You supposed to stay fresh.
Yeah, you gotta be fresh. You gotta warm up.
I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying that that's like they icing you out. It's too much. So yeah, well, you can go ahead and answer, but I talked to him about it.
It was 30 minutes. 30 minutes by the time you got on.
I didn't know. I thought it was closer to the arena than because I didn't really watch the entrances and how long it was taking. I was just kind of watching the fights, but I was like, man, I'm in this Batmobile forever. And the gas smelled crazy in that vehicle. I was just like, dang, it's taking forever. But
They've already put on an amazing fight. We all know that.
Yeah.
Both of you guys. I mean, he caught you right there in the second round.
Yeah.
Looked like you was off, like you said. You was off.
All right,
Ryan, hey Ryan.
Very different. Do you feel like you have the motivation to pursue fighting at the elite level?
Of course, we all go through these moments. It's still a fresh wound. I just lost. I'm not gonna sound excited to go after anybody right now. And I had an extremely off night and fought in my eyes horrible. So I'm not gonna be sounding any type of happy in any way.
Ryan, in the Devin Haney fight, you was, I don't know, off the script, maybe a little unprofessional, quote unquote crazy, whatever, but you performed the best you ever have. And now you're just really calm and chill during this lead up. Do you think you kind of need to go to I need to turn back up, get my fire back a little bit, drinking, I don't know.
Tequila helps you knock people out, right?
That was the best you ever.
I mean, that's funny, bro. Imagine just knock out tequila and start a brand.
I mean, that was the best you ever looked, though. That was the best you ever looked.
It's just I gotta figure it out up here, mentality. Because there's times where I felt like I fought good, and I wasn't acting like that, right? You know, just a lot of stuff I gotta figure out mentally, and then I'll get back to it, and you'll see that aggression come out. I just didn't have that, you know, tonight. I just didn't have that aggression to go kill. You know, you gotta have that in the ring. Just didn't have that tonight, so we'll figure it out.
Derek, can I just?
I love you guys, man. Appreciate you guys very
I
much.
just wanted to. Hey Derek, just wanted to ask you one question, Derek. Did you feel concerned at any point during the training camp when you was just like, he's just not really, it's just not really clicking all the way it's really supposed to? Like, did you have that, or were you just like, it's gonna hit at some point?
Well, you gotta believe in the situation, the process. And,
Yeah.
you know, we had a short time together. It didn't really matter. I mean, you know, you gotta make it work.
Got it. No problem. Thank you, Derek.